Yeah.
Already?
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Hmm.
Dahil ba ganyan? Sabak ng simoy ng hangin. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All
Growing
right,
a map on my forehead here.
can you count us in?
Okay. In three, two.
Hold on. I gotta record. Record, record, stop.
It's a
Okay, go
nice
ahead.
jacket, boy.
Go
In
ahead.
five, in five, four, three, two. Whoa. That looks like me.
Hi. I'm gonna chop your pee pee off.
Oh no.
I'm gonna chop your pee pee off.
Happy Halloween.
What's up,
And
man? Couple days late, but you know.
yeah, the other night we were taking another walk. Kids from the
We're gonna
that
chop.
expensive subdivision across the street were
Yeah.
coming out trick or treating. Either that or they came from the mall. And yeah, so that's what reminded me of Halloween. Can you hear me all
Oh,
right?
hold
I
on.
forgot to make a sound check a while ago.
I'm still wearing the mask. I didn't even realize.
Forgot to do a sound check a while ago. Seriously, dude, that mask looked like me.
It's actually Malaya's mask that she spends money on, or no, she spent makes me pay for it. She says, "Oh, I'm gonna wear it," but she doesn't wear it.
What was it? What character is that guy?
I really don't know. Um, some girl, but it's freaky as hell. Though, look at that.
See, it looks like me.
Yeah, it looks like Noel. This 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 is my impression of Noel.
Pretty close, I think.
Welcome back to the flip side with Jay&Noel, broadcasting live from the Philippines and the US.
On time, all the time.
Just for you. Oh my God, we are on time. Wow. Screeching halt. We are on time today.
Just like what the poster says, 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.
I think it's like 7 p.m. I don't even know, but I think the days are still wrong though.
Right. That's a back and forth between me and the poster maker, actually. I say if it's Thursday, that means it's Wednesday in the US. So I actually have to, write it down like Wednesday EST, and then that means Thursday Philippines.
Right.
7 a.m. is 7 p.m. in the US. It's totally 12 hours.
Should we have just two lines, US time and then EST and then PH?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be fine, right? It's not
Right.
too much.
Right. Right.
Well,
Except
welcome back to the show. What's going on? How's your week so far? Midweek this week. Holy crap, it is November.
same. I just realized I was wearing the blue shirt a while ago. The last time that
Right?
I saw you, I was wearing the same blue shirt. And I was like, did I take a shower between the last time I had a podcast with Jason and today's recording? I was like, oh shoot.
No.
Better
Seriously?
shower, better shower before we get on the air.
How long has been the longest you didn't take a shower? I just got to ask. Because the reason I ask, Harry, my son, 4 days.
Mm, right. I was about to say 3 days here in the Philippines, 3 days in Manila, 4 days in Baguio, or maybe five.
How can you do that? I mean, I can understand 2 days because you get busy and whatnot, but 4 days straight without taking a shower.
Not going out of the house.
Lalo na ngayon, maputi ka, yung libag.
I know, right? I know,
That's just,
right?
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it or how you can even stand it.
it's the sign for me to start showering when I start, I want to crawl out of my shirt instead of taking the shirt off. I want to
Right.
crawl like into it and like, okay,
Literally slither off.
yeah, that's the sign for me to try to get out.
Right, right.
But yeah, basically not get out of the house. Although that's not true because I did go out a couple of times and I still didn't change.
So you went out, you didn't change, you came back. I mean, you came home and you still didn't change. So you've been wearing the same shirt for like 3 days now,
Come to think of it, yeah,
since Sunday or since
it's like,
Monday, our case.
bro, it's like when you're going through this thing, like fog in your head, you're like one day just sort of rolls over to the next day, and you're like, oh,
No,
it's
you're
podcast
conserving
day.
water.
It's podcast day again today. It's like the highlight of my week, man.
You're concerned. Hell no. I mean, is that really a highlight of your week? I hope not.
Well, it's one of those things. I have one of those brains where like I can't seem to think about other things or move on from other things
Right.
until that thing that I'm thinking of for the week, the whatever schedule I might have for the week is done and over with.
So you waited for a couple of days before you could change your shirt since the last time we had a discussion.
Well, I wasn't doing that on purpose. I was just saying that we had this recording last Monday. I did a few edits for the podcast, did my thing, went to the grocery, did errands. And next thing you know, it's already Thursday, November 2.
Jesus Christ. What'd you do for Halloween? You do anything?
Took a walk.
Took a walk in the neighborhood? Did you
Yeah,
trick or
around.
treat?
Well, that's when
Trick
I
or
realized
treat.
that's when we
And then
realized that
people
it
will
was
give you
Halloween.
calamansi.
We're like, why are there so many kids out on the street? Oh, they're wearing costumes. Oh, it's Halloween.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
they came from that expensive village across the street or that mall. Oh, right.
So
But
nobody trick or treats there really though, right? Only in like the
not,
rich neighborhood.
yeah. Yeah, either the rich neighborhoods or the mall, or specific houses that want to do it. Yeah, my dad was saying this the other day. This Halloween thing is such an American thing. All, in my opinion, all because it's overshadowed by November 1st, which is a much bigger Halloween holiday for us. It's like 5 days holiday this weekend, by the way. All because of Halloween
Is
and
it like
November
a
1st,
type of thing? Monday? I mean November 1st. What is it called? Unas?
All Souls Day, and then
Also,
there's
is
all
it? I
yeah,
don't
it's
know.
All Souls Day on the 1st, and then I think today, November 2nd, is All Saints Day.
So the cemeteries are packed today, this weekend,
Right.
this week.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So everybody's all like packed up and ready to go to their provinces or
Right.
wherever it is that they want to celebrate the first and the second, which means that Halloween itself, the 31st, gets overshadowed by those two other days.
So in hindsight, it's a week's worth of people standing on tombstones and plots playing mahjong,
Right.
uh
Right.
posoidos and
Right.
drinking.
Which is all like an adult thing. And this whole Halloween thing happens like for 30 minutes at night on the 31st. They're like, we could just watch a scary movie at home.
Have they always had trick or treating in the Philippines? No, right?
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. That's what I mean. Because the first and the second are bigger, more important
Right.
activities, and that happens on the next day. The
As far as
first
I know,
and the second.
Halloween is an American holiday, or I don't even know if it's considered a holiday, but Halloween in the Philippines was pretty much only adapted by the rich people. I mean, it's literally
Yeah,
a way to like cosplay type of thing, you know?
right. It's a tradition. It's an American tradition. I remember the first time that I went trick or treating. I think one of my friends like dressed up like Men in Black or whatever. I don't remember preparing for it.
Hmm.
But I remember thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, we get to go out and like knock on neighbors' doors, and then they're gonna have candy for us. It's like I'm
uh,
not even into candy, but why would they give us any candy? Aren't we supposed to not get candy from strangers? Now we're gonna go to their house and ask for candy?
right, right.
Yeah. And then I remember being surprised that some of it had like Toblerone and Hershey's Kisses and like expensive chocolate. And I was like, they give these out for free? But this is
Skittles, Hershey's,
bad for my
Kit Kat.
teeth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because those chocolates are pretty expensive in the Philippines, right?
I remember, yeah, exactly. They're imported. I remember just loving the feeling of getting to have an excuse aside from selling, you know, cookies, Boy Scout cookies or whatever,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
a good reason to be knocking on my neighbor's doors. So that was weird.
I've
But
never
yeah,
actually experienced Halloween in the Philippines. I mean, the actual, I never even heard of Halloween until I came here to the States, you know.
but
So,
I should clarify though that we do sort of celebrate it. It's not the trick or treating itself, like the knocking on your neighbor's doors that we
right.
don't do.
It's
But
the All Souls Day type of thing.
if you go to the restaurants, the malls, there are decorations. Usually it's like spiders crawling on the wall and,
Right.
scary masks like the one that you were wearing and, ghost figures and stuff. So even the ghosts, even the monsters and the figurines are not even like Filipino ghost figurines. They're
Right.
mostly, American or Hollywood type of thing. But what I'm just saying is that there are people that recognize it and have fun with it. Um, Even the cosplay thing is like sort of on the side. I don't think it's such a big. It's really more like about the spiders and the sort of the ghosts that are hanging on the wall. But the trick or treating itself, the going out to the neighbors' places,
Right.
for tricks or for kids kind of thing. Yeah, I go back to the malls and the expensive neighborhoods.
It,
But
it's, costumes here has got to be ridiculously expensive. I mean, on average, probably for a single costume, a simple like the mask and the knife that I just had on, just for
mm,
those two, it's about $30.
how much is that in pesos? It's like 10,
Let me
15,
let me take a look.
1,500?
I don't know what's
1,500 pesos? Yeah, it's
something
about
like
the
that.
same price here. It's like 1,000 here also. For
Really?
like, I remember a couple of years ago, I got my son like a ninja costume. He had like an arm shield,
Yeah.
like a little kind of vest, and just it's not even like the whole ninja costume. It's just like bits and pieces, like 1,000 pesos already.
Yeah.
And he's
These
gonna,
two is 1.6. Can you believe that? 1.6.
yeah, and he's
But
gonna,
my wife bought like a Mandalorian costume.
mm,
It's like, but it's a whole costume. I mean, it's still cheap looking and whatnot. It came with like the dress, the cape, a little bit of mask, whatever. But for the whole get up, it's like $65 just for that.
wow,
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's pretty expensive here for costume. That's like 3,500 pesos.
is that good quality
No,
fabric?
no. If you get caught on something, it'll rip automatically. It's like a one-time use type of thing. Halloween here has gotten to be a it's a shithole basically. It's where these businesses make the most out of their money. There's the hot dog costume. It's like it looks like a hot dog. You look like a hot dog. It's like
Yeah.
$80, $89 at the store. I just saw. It's
For what?
crazy.
Like, does it have like special foam, anti-heat resistant
No,
foam, or
nothing. It's just like a little foam costume that you put on. You wear it over your shirt or your jeans and then your sneakers. You look
yeah?
like a hot dog. eighty
I wonder.
dollars.
I wonder where they get the justification for those prices. I remember working for, well, not working, but as like a sideline online job thing that I used to do before. I used
Right.
to like update this website. I don't remember what I did, but like something like updating the website for stock if they had the costumes in stock or not.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was just a little side note there. So yeah, that's like one of the odd jobs that I did on the side,
Yeah. Yeah.
just
But
updating if they have it or not. And then like I remember doing it a couple of months just before October because the website was sort of gearing up for
mm, mm.
for what do you call this, for and it wasn't that was, I remember that was like 10, 11, 12, 13, along those lines, where like online shopping wasn't really such
Right.
a big thing here in the
Right.
Philippines yet.
Here,
Anyways,
the trend year in, year out is whatever costume you could think of, whatever profession, it turns into a costume. It could be a scary costume, but whatever costume you think of, there's always I guess, a slutty version of it. There is. If you want to be a mummy and wrapped up and everything, oh, there's a slutty version where that where it's cut up in the top, your boobs popping out, whatever. It's it's another reason for all these women to wear the less and less clothing. It's ridiculous, you know. But as the years goes by as well, at least for the last 3 or 4 years here, it has gotten to be like a game to find the house that gives the full size chocolates because nobody gives the full size chocolates anymore.
full size chocolates, like you mean like the whole bar
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Like,
chocolate?
you know how they have the whole bar of sneakers, right? It's a whole sneakers,
Oh,
but they
okay.
also have the bite size sneakers.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you
Nobody's
mean. Yeah.
giving out full size chocolates anymore. Not even the full size Hershey's. You know those Hershey's full size ones. Nobody gives those anymore.
Is that a pack of cigarettes that you're just holding up in front of the
Yeah,
camera?
sorry. It's playing cards.
Gosh, I
Cards.
thought it was like
No, no,
red
no.
Marlboro cigarettes. I was gonna ask you if I could have one.
Well, Pareho. Remember
um,
that though? You buy a pack of cigarettes, you're like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's my favorite part.
Anyway, but yeah, but and I was reading articles on the Philippines with Halloween and whatnot.
Mm,
Like you said, it's mainly for the rich, and it's also for the celebrities. I mean,
mm.
there's this ball that I guess happens every year. It's called the um
Halloween ball.
opulence Halloween ball. Opulence Halloween ball.
Never heard. Here in the Philippines, here in
Yeah,
Manila.
yeah. It's like all these big time celebrities. Basically, another reason to
Dress up.
wear less clothing and what. Like here's what I'm talking about. Opulence ball. Like all these celebrities here just wearing less and less clothing. It's another reason to like
Wow.
you know how to look stylish. So Len looks good though. I'll tell you that much. Where's
And
her? I don't know who that guy is. Right there, Solen Husa.
Phil Sasha Laker returned to okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad Halloween's over. My wife actually, this was the first year she actually decorated for Halloween.
So
Um,
wait, so yeah, so the first and second of November means nothing to you guys, right?
no, no. Halloween, I
Right.
didn't do
Yeah.
anything. The kids, my wife took Arya for trick or treating, and then the older daughter hung out with her friends at the front of the
Right.
door, handing out candies. I lay down on the couch and watch movies and whatnot.
But
That's
yeah,
all
so the first and the second mean nothing, meaning that you guys don't
here now.
celebrate or recognize All
Yeah,
Saints Day or All
they don't
Souls
do
Day.
that here.
So there's no time of the year that you guys ever go to the cemetery at
No,
all.
nobody does that here. It's like what they go on when they want to go type of thing. There's no All Souls Day type of thing.
You're right. So
Like
there's that
in
thing.
like in the Philippines, they have All Souls Day, right? That's big in Mexico as well, or in the Spanish community.
Mm,
They
mm, mm,
I
mm.
forget what it's called, but they have that. Well, where they spend time at the cemeteries,
Right.
cherishing and celebrating their loved ones.
Yeah. So there's actually another tradition that my dad didn't know
What?
last night, and Tin was reminding us about it. And we did this a couple of years ago also, and I knew about it, but it was more highlighting the fact that my dad didn't know about it. So if you're not able to go to the cemetery, to make
Uh,
matters worse, to add guilt trip to your being unable to visit the cemetery, magsindi ka ng kandila. You light a candle on your doorstep if you're not able to go to the cemetery.
yeah.
Why? Why? Guess why?
Why?
Well, one, it's to
Why?
honor it's to honor your dead, right? To remember your dead. So it's like for each person that died, light a candle for them. But that's not enough. You light the candle and you put it specifically on your doorstep so that they don't visit you at home.
Oh, actually, they have that here as well, but it's basically to let the spirits know that you're thinking of them. Your
Right.
loved
But
one knows that you're thinking of them.
my point is, it's not just that you remember them;
Yeah.
it's to deter them from visiting your house and staying in your place. So
So
you
that
know,
you
so
don't get scared. It's to
yeah,
keep the moo away.
exactly. That's the thing with I don't know, like that's the thing with like I don't know if you call it urban legends or whatever kind of lessons that parents try to tell their kids,
Right.
but that's how we, psychologically manipulate our
Our
kids here,
kids.
in a
Yeah.
sense that, like, it's not just, oh, let's light a candle to remember the dead. That's not enough.
Right.
And so that they don't visit you at home. It's not like,
Tabi
oh, be
tabi po.
careful. Yeah, don't. It's like saying, don't cross the street by yourself. You might get run over. It's not safe. That's
Right.
not enough, because if you get run over, we're not gonna take you to the hospital. There's always like a 1-2 punch. It's like one punch is not enough.
There has to be some kind of reason for it, basically.
Yeah. Or let's say yung tabi-tabi po, right?
Right.
It's not just, it's like telling your kids to say tabi-tabi po when you pee on a forested area
Hmm. Hmm.
is not enough. You gotta say tabi-tabi po, because they might hang on your pototoy and they won't let go.
For those of you guys that don't know it, patotoy means your penis, your dick.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's like you could just say to tell the duende or what to step aside. That's not
What the hell's a
enough.
duende? The gnomes, right?
Yeah. And that's not enough. It's like, because they might hang on to you and they might follow you home. You know what I mean?
They're
It's like,
it's a way to scare kids away.
exactly. So there's always a 1-2 punch. It's not just remember the dead and, be at peace with it. It's remember the dead and light a candle so that they don't visit you at home.
And then they're gonna give you candy.
And then you can't get candy from the neighbors.
I do remember there one time though, trick or treating. I can't remember when I was a kid in California. We were at this city called Palo Alto. It's a rich neighborhood.
Mm.
And we were trick or treating, and there's this one house that was handing out $5 to each kid.
Wow.
I was like, wow, really? I'll tell you. I went back a couple of times. But
Nice.
anyway,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it when I see some trick-or-treaters doing like non-ghost or non-monster related costumes. Like there was one that I saw recently where the guy knocked on the door and they were like, dancing Rick Ashley or whatever. Just
Yeah.
any kind of
That's
costume.
how it is here now. Here, trick or treating or Halloween supposed to be for the ghosts and the
Mm.
scary costumes, right?
So it's evolved into not so much ghosts.
It's rarely that now. It's like slutty hookers and slutty cops and doctors and lawyers. Some kids nowadays will just wear some really dirty clothes and put makeup on, and that's it.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, what are you supposed to be? Oh, there was this kid. There's this kid that came in, looked so dirty. I
Mm.
handed him a bunch of candies, a fistful of candies. I'm like, what are you supposed to be? Oh, I'm a hobo.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, I'm a homeless. I know what hobo means. I was like, okay.
You know who likes to celebrate Halloween a lot? I remember, I don't know about other offices, but call centers. This is like a big deal
Really?
because, yeah, because their customers are American. Americans are celebrating holiday, and we all get dressed up and ready for it.
So but you were only there for one day.
What do you mean?
I thought you only worked at a call center for one day.
No, 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 no. I worked call center for a good like 9 months for one, and then 6 months for another one. What one day
Oh,
did I say? Oh, when I
Something.
worked
So,
on, oh
you
no,
said
no, a while ago, like a side job for the website. That wasn't a call center. That was just me updating the website. But
uh
the website was specifically for Halloween costumes.
no. I was like, so these call centers, they actually like, you know how each one has their own little cubicles
Yeah,
decorated to, they go all out,
that's right. That's right. Like they encourage us to get all dressed up
right?
for, the customers don't see us, but like
Right.
inside the inside the office, like everybody's all dressed up. And there's even
Mm.
contests like for, best costume kind of
That's
thing.
good though, because it builds the office morale and whatnot, you know?
Nah, it's a waste of time. But they
Yeah, I
give
mean,
out
you're
they
just a
give
bitter old man that you don't want anybody to be having a good time. That's what you
they
are, a bitter old
they
man.
they give out money, and yeah, some employees were really into it. But I was like, what do I
Never.
need the
And
extra
then so if
thousand
you win
pesos
that
for?
now if you win the costume, all of a sudden, oh look, Noel De La Rosa wins. He comes in to work as a student.
As himself.
And
I
then,
remember I remember one time there was this radio station meeting that I was late for. I
right.
walk in and they were just doing the Tambiolo, they were handing out cell phones, a raffle. I walked in and the winner is Noel De La Rosa. And I
Oh,
was
really?
like, I won a cell phone just when I walked in. And
Nice.
they're like, damn it. You know, they're all pissed off at me because na late na nga, nanalo pa ng cellphone.
Oh,
Ano ba
oh.
yan? So,
No fair. Set up yun.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why these people hated me for it.
I actually remember going to an office party one time, but it was like a Filipino office party in California.
Oh,
They went all out. They had lechon. They had a karaoke machine.
how do you get
On top of that,
lechon?
it was my dad's old off. My dad used to work for LBC.
Yeah, but how do you get lechon in the US?
What do you mean? They have lechon here everywhere. You can buy it
Really?
at Filipino stores.
How? Like in some dungeon somewhere? Like where do
I mean,
you
I don't know how they. I mean, they have some kind of lechon in somewhere, but yeah, I could drive to Falls Church at the Filipino restaurant we were at, order a
uh
whole lechon. Granted, it's gonna cost me like $250.
yeah, well, where do they make it? Like somebody's basement somewhere?
I don't know, man. They got like they probably have a butchery in like a small dungeon, like you said.
I can't imagine how
You know what? Though, now that I think about it, where
do
do
they
they make the lechon?
do they import that in? I mean, how?
No, they don't import it in. Of course, they cook it themselves. Jesus, it's just a matter of where. I mean, I don't think they're gonna have like a regular backyard and then just have some kind of lechon pit. Well, you know what? I take that back. In my AC has a friend in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia that actually built a huge barbecue pit where you could actually cook
Hmm.
lechon in. Yeah, so maybe some of these people do have it. But yeah, here you can buy it for like $250. The one that I went to in the other day. Um, but anyway, like that party I went to in my dad's Christmas party in LBC. This was like in the early mid 90s, maybe.
Mm.
They had a couple of lechons. They had like a whole array of Filipino food. They had
Mm.
karaoke.
Mm.
It was crazy. It was fun. You know.
Good
Hey,
times. I
did you know that karaoke means empty orchestra?
empty orchestra.
Yeah, like an empty orchestra. Karaoke.
Karaoke in Japanese, you mean?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that a
yeah.
Japanese
It's a
word?
Japanese word.
And that's what it means.
Yeah, I didn't know. Empty
No, no,
orchestra.
no. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Speaking of, I forgot what I was going to say. A couple of things about lechon.
Yeah.
But can we go back to costumes real quick?
Yeah. Go.
I was on the motorcycle with Tin the other day. We were on our way to visiting my son, and we got stopped at a random checkpoint by police.
Mm.
Uh, uh, no, yeah, I think they were military or police, one of those things, but they were definitely not traffic officers, the
Right.
usual traffic officers. I don't know. I guess
Right.
they were looking for someone, but I guess I didn't talk about this last. We had a we met last. We did a recording on Monday. We did a podcast on Monday, but this was the Saturday before that. Okay.
So
Anyway,
it was a week ago, over a week, 2 weeks ago.
right. And I thought about mentioning this a while ago because of costumes. I was like telling Tin the because after this incident, I realized the more reason for us to wear like couple shirt or matching shirts or matching something to make
Yeah.
us look like we're actually uh, friends or related to each other or actually a couple.
Mhm.
Because we got the strangest question. I got the strangest question for this from this police officer that had like a rifle in his chest. And he was a nice guy. It's like, ID, please. So I gave him my driver's license.
Yeah.
And I guess he was and usually when we get stopped at checkpoints, they check for ID to make sure that you are not driving an expired driver's license, right?
Right.
And to my surprise, I don't think he looked at whether my driver's license was expired or not. He asked me what my name was, and I was like, okay, I gave it to him, no big deal. But I remember watching like YouTube videos, you know, I don't answer questions,
That
like
doesn't apply in the Philippines.
right, whatever, right. But we got the strangest question when the police officer said, "Asawa niyo po ba yan?" It's
Why is
like,
that strange? It's normal.
no, but it's like, what does it matter? It
Well, I
doesn't
don't
matter
know.
who's sitting behind me. The
Yeah.
point is I
Yeah.
don't have an expired driver's license. I have up to date vehicle registration. It's like none of your business on who I'm riding with.
So what
Tur-
did you say?
Turns out, maybe, I guess. No, I said, Christine's my girlfriend. That kind. I was just straightforward. I mean, honest.
Hmm.
But like, really, in the back of my mind, it's like, what do you care? It's like, why does it matter?
Hmm.
And I realized maybe they're looking for people that are actually, um, like picking up girls from the street.
they, they
Maybe,
thought you were soliciting for sex or
maybe.
hookers,
I,
soliciting
I,
hookers.
I don't know. I don't, it probably
Be
looked like we
honest.
weren't.
Was that what you were doing? Were you trying to pick up hookers?
But you know what I mean? Like
You didn't
two,
answer the question, man.
like on the back, riding with Christine in the back of the motorcycle.
Are you sure that was Christine? Are you sure it wasn't a hooker?
Good point. Good point. But maybe that was the reason why. I don't know why. It was just such a strange question.
Hmm.
So anyway, it just reminded me to, wear something that's matching, a costume, matching costumes, like Aladdin and Jasmine, Princess Jasmine, for example.
Yeah.
To make it look legit that we're actually riding together as
But you're on the same motorcycle.
yeah, exactly. But that's why he was asking me, is like,
I
ano
don't
nyo
even
to?
understand that.
Like, girlfriend nyo ba yan? Asawa nyo?
Yeah.
It's like, why does it even matter? So I figured next time we wear a matching shirt or matching couple shirt or something. Just there's no more questions on what our relationship to each other is
Speaking
all
of
about.
matching,
I wanted to be sarcastic and just no, she's my daughter. Well, like what does it matter? You know what I mean?
sir, ang tanda naman na ng anak niyo.
Yeah. So
Let me ask you something though. You mentioned this a couple of times. Do you guys mind matching outfits? Like when you guys go out, or like you're matching out, like, not matching like identical, but they go together. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
she
you could
likes
be
to
wearing the
sort of
same color scheme, whatever.
yeah, she likes to sort of match it up. I'm like whatever. Like it wouldn't hurt to make the other person happy. You know,
Yeah. I mean, the
he's
reason
asking kung mag-couple shirt daw tayo or matching shirt or
or
parehong
matching
blue.
outfits,
No,
whatever.
no, no. Like, is that something that you like na gusto mong gawin or nagkakataon lang? Or like when it happens, it just so happens by accident,
Yeah.
which she actually, I think, does on purpose. Like, because I don't really pick out the clothes that I want to wear. It's just
Mm.
whatever's on top on the dresser. That's it. That's what I'm going to wear. So she sort of strategically matches it to whatever it is she's going to wear for the day.
See, I don't know what it is though. Like honestly, for me, I actually like when we go out, I purposely take time to get ready sometimes so that I can figure out what my wife's wearing so that I can match with her.
That's sweet. I don't seem to have that
Because
gene. Or
I like that. But here's the caveat to this, okay? The flip side to this. Before I would ask her, "Hey babe, well, what are you wearing? I want to wear something that to match it." It's like, "What? Why? We don't have to
mm,
match." But I don't know if she's joking around or she's serious or whatnot.
mm.
But it seems like she's not. Well, she's made me feel like she doesn't like it when we match. You know what I mean?
I feel it's
That's why
corny.
I don't ask her anymore for the most part. For the most part, I'm just gonna try to figure out what she's wearing, you know, and then I'll just match it off the side. I don't know why, but maybe I'm gay. I don't know. But I, I like looking good as a couple, meaning like we should match, you know?
Right. You've always been a not a negative thing. You've always I think you've always been, and it's again it's not a negative thing. You've always been like a conscious, how do you're always like concerned about being well dressed kind of person.
No, I mean I'm not really concerned. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look
Nothing wrong with it at all. That's
decent.
that's what I look up to you for. I look up to you when it comes to that. But for me, when that comes to mind, I do it out of respect for, let's say, the person that I'm with or the event that I'm attending.
Right.
But it's not because I want to get dressed kind of thing. Ito naman, when she does it, it's like I figured I'm not gonna lose anything if I try to make her happy or if I try to give in
Well,
to her request.
exactly. It doesn't make see when something like that happens here, then they're like, "Well, you're telling me what to wear. Why do you have to tell me what to wear?" Now, I just I don't care. I just want to look good for my wife. So sometimes I try to match her, but I guess I don't know if I'm wrong. Okay. Maybe she's just being sarcastic when she said it, but sometimes I get the feeling that she prefers that we don't match outfits. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing.
Huh.
The operative word is if you look good wearing it. What if it's a shirt that says I'm wrong and she's right? Yeah, or something like some stupid
It's mainly color scheme, not exactly wearing the same thing. You
Mm.
know, it's not like I'm gonna walk around in a salt costume and she's walking around in a pepper costume.
Now that I would wear. Exactly. Ano,
Yeah, if we're going to
may reklamo ka?
Naalala lang kita.
ano daw, ano daw?
Ano na?
Naalala ko lang siya. Minsan, kapag naka-prepare na ako,
Hmm.
change mo naman ako ng clothes. So, pilihan mo naman ako ng clothes.
Ay, pinipisto mo na naman ako, ha?
Ay, nako, kunwari ka pa pala. Ang arte lang pala, Diyos.
Tapos sabi niya sa akin,
Oh,
Decente ba yung suot ko?
fake.
Babagay ba sa suot sa ano mo?
Oo.
Sa prepare mo?
Yeah, because sometimes I look like I just got up and rolled out of bed
Mukha
and
daw
just
kasi siyang driver.
look like a driver, and she looks like she's going to a press conference. You know what I mean?
Right. Kaya nga, that's why there's nothing wrong with trying to like be presentable and like making it out look like you're matching.
Yeah, exactly. Out of respect to the person that I'm with, but otherwise,
Well, to me, I don't do it because of respect. It's more like I want her to look good, you know? And I'm just like complimenting her outfit. Wow. Like, for
sa
example, if we're
bagay.
going to a wedding, right? If we're going to a wedding and she's wearing a pink dress, I'm going to wear a pink tie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to
True. Yeah, like the
compliment her.
extra effort, I think
Yeah. There's
is
nothing
good
wrong
for
with that.
everyone. Right. Right.
I'm just saying that sometimes I feel like she does not like it when I do it.
Like
Maybe. I don't know.
purposely tries to get away from it,
Probably.
purposely avoiding.
Like I like to match with my kids with what they're wearing, like Arya specifically, right? I tried
Mm.
doing it with Malaya before too, but now she just doesn't like it when I wear something matching to her. You know, like this one time we went out We had almost similar outfit down to the shoes, right? But she saw me wearing the same shoes, so she
Huh.
purposely takes her shoes off and gets a different kind of shoes.
That's
You know,
funny. That's funny that the girls are the ones that are specifically consciously not matching with you. And
right, right.
you're nagahabol trying to like
I
what
don't
do we
mind
wear
because I think
today?
it looks good. You know, maybe it's
Yeah,
just personal taste. Maybe
your
that's just me.
your efforts are not appreciated.
Yeah, but is it an effort for them or is it an effort just for me? That's the thing.
Ayun nga.
You know, nga.
So what do you think? Is it going to
I don't
they
know.
don't
She's not
appreciate
here. I'm literally the only one in the house right now. Everybody went to Sephora.
what's that?
It's like like a freaking makeup
Hindi
place.
mo alam yun?
Hindi ko alam yung Sephora. Oh my gosh.
Listen, imagine a full size. You walk into a full size McDonald's,
Hindi
right?
ka nagbubol.
McDonald's store,
Oh.
but it's literally wall to wall makeup.
Yeah.
Every fucking aisle, every nook and cranny of this goddamn place, it's filled with makeup. 50 million types of brushes, 50 million shades of goddamn nail polishes, and then lip glosses that are chapsticks that are like $7. $7 for one chapstick. Son of a
Different brands, or is that a brand in itself?
It's a brand
of
for,
of course it's different brands. Like there's Mac, Lancome, whatever. There's
or Dior.
L'Oreal, there's Dior, there's
Yeah.
Chloe, Chanel. Oh
Yeah.
Jesus
It's
Christ!
like a
Zara,
like a
something like
7-Eleven of makeup.
There's
Makeup,
dude,
clothes,
no. 7-Eleven is too small. You got to think like if you walk into like a McDonald's, like that whole size, including the kitchen, okay, not just the front, including the
Uh-uh.
kitchen, that
Uh-uh.
whole store, aisles and aisles and aisles of fucking. There's this Sephora here down the street. It's like 5 minutes away. I kid you not, 2 rows of different types of makeup brushes. Brushes. Jesus.
Sounds like you're pretty traumatized from
I am because when
an
we go in there,
experience.
I kid you not, one time we walked in, I literally walked
Iba-iba
around
kasi
and
gamit
followed them
ng
around for an
brush.
hour and a half. Hour and a half. That's 90 minutes, dude. 90 minutes of walking around surrounded by all these freaking women looking at different things. There's nothing wrong with it, but you need to have 50 shades of freaking gray. Oh, pardon the pun. I'm just saying, Jesus. The amount of money that you spend in this. I'm getting a headache.
Kaya nga mas magastos daw ang babae.
Hindi
Ayun
lang
na
yan.
nga.
Alam mo, it's fine. Whatever. You know what? Alam mo, kahit na I tell them, you know what? It's too much. It is too much. But it's the mere fact that you buy different shades of this, but you're not using all of it. You use it once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ay,
Yun ang kaligayahan namin. Pagbigyan mo na.
Fuck that. Jesus. Masakit ang ulo ko.
Kasi sabi nila, kapag iba-ibang brush, para hindi nakakontaminate yung makeup. Kaya iba-ibang brush.
pwede.
Katulad niyan, pati yung anak kong babae, tingnan mo, oh. Tingnan mo, like, kagabi, I took me forever to scrub it off and I can't get all of it out. I still got pink fingernails still. She painted my nails again yesterday. I mean, I took it out already, you know. She painted my nails last night, but I had to go on a meeting today, so I had to like clean it out because I didn't want to make it look weird, you know. Pero ang dami pa rin. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Listen, quick cuento. Speaking of crazy things that our kids sort of dump on us. On my visit last Saturday with my son.
Yeah.
He's like, Dad, can you help me, build this robot? It's a project for school or whatever, something to do about like documenting a process, I think, kind of assignment. So, I was more than happy to help out. I guess maybe I'm assuming that the mother is encouraging him to, do something with me or whatever. And I'm like, okay, more than happy to do so.
Okay.
we open the box. We take out the instruction manual, bro. It's about this thick.
Jesus Christ.
They, the
Ganda kasi.
and it's got like 50,000 parts in it, and I was like, KF, I don't know how to do this. It's like all these schematic drawings, and then
Right.
and then you have to build
What
the
is it
body
for?
first. And school.
Colors.
No, I know, but
It's
what kind of model is it?
It's called like a solar robot.
Para siyang Gundam.
So there's a little tiny solar panel. It's got a bunch of gears. So I guess that it gets its own electrical power from the sun, kind of thing. Powers it up. There's like gears inside, and it'll move by itself because of solar power. But it looks like the robot's about this big, and the instruction manual is about this thick, and all the parts are about this little tiny small. I'm like, oh, what did I get myself into?
Did you get it done?
It's probably gonna take a month. I mean, since I visit him like once a week,
Yeah.
probably
When
end
is
up.
it-
What?
When is it due?
I don't think there's a deadline. Just get it
okay.
done.
Oh.
But I think it's going to take at least 2 or 3 more visits to get it done. And we're halving. It's like if my visit is like 6 hours, it's like 3 hours working on the robot and 2 or 3 hours playing.
No.
So we don't do it the whole thing, because like my kid's like bored, and he's like, can we do something else? So yeah, so we'd spend a couple of hours on that one first, get that one out of the way, and then we'll do something else after. So it'll take a couple of more visits to get it done. But it's one of those things where it's like, and my son is like sitting there reading a Harry Potter book while I'm doing it. It's like, done? Are you dad? Dad, are you done? I'm like, no, don't talk to me.
Tapos bawal daw ma-stove.
Oh.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Ay.
Hindi namang oras yung tawag. It's like calling me in the middle of, yun nga, don't disturb me, because number 1, I'm having time with my son, and number 2, I'm building a robot.
Nag-ano pa,
So,
nag-9 pa.
matagal ka rin nagantay na naman. You had to wait for a while, Christine?
Yeah, sobra.
Hindi ka na magalit niyan.
Hindi.
I mean, I don't know why you have to go. Why can't you just stay home?
I don't like, gagawin na ayoko dito.
Supportive. Ganyan siya ka-supportive.
That's
Yun na
right.
lang.
Yun na lang
Let's
ang
leave it
sabihin.
at that
Ayun na
first.
lang day off ko, di pa ako mapagbigyan.
Ayun.
Ano ba naman yan?
But it was funny though, because she needed to call me because I took the Wi-Fi with me by accident, so she couldn't like order food for my dad while we were out. So she needed to call, and I'm like, oh, ba't ka tumatawag? Why are you calling me? I'm building a rope.
Pinapagalitan ako sa harap ng anak niya.
I'm building a rope.
Huwag mo ko pagalitan sa
Akala ko
anak.
ba hindi natin pag-uusapan to ngayon? Kalma ka lang. Yung puso mo ha. Live tayo ngayon. Medyo nakakaya. Nasa YouTube rin tayo ngayon. Kalma. But I was like, can you not talk to me right now? Because I'm building a robot.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused. So listen, there's a couple of things that I sent you that I wanted to maybe talk about a little bit.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I didn't get your list. Thank you very much.
Because I don't have one. This was like a whole mouthful. Let's look. We're not going to have time to talk about all of this anymore.
That's my point. We have to do something that talk about something that you would come up with, something that you're interested in.
Yeah, but by the time it's not interesting anymore. Anyway, sige, go ahead. What?
Oh my God. Anyway, so one of the biggest thing I wanted to talk about, like Austria and the Philippines, I guess, had come up with an agreement. Or there's like a new partnership. So Austria has almost 200 or is in need of over 200 jobs that needs to be filled. And we're talking about different kinds of jobs, all right, in Austria. We're talking about doctors, nurses, teachers, farmers, whatever.
I think it's important to mention here that Austria is where Arnold Schwarzenegger is from.
Correct. Yes,
Right.
Austria.
Mm.
What the heck?
I sent you a message. Those are my bullets for next episode. Okay,
Okay,
stop
okay.
complaining.
Asshole. So
It's because I keep
so
forgetting to send them to you. I'm sending to you them to you now.
in the middle of me trying to talk, really? so so Austria and the Philippines come into agreement or some kind of partnership that basically Austria will open up to 500 OFW jobs every year
Wow.
until that quota. It could be from all Philippines or anywhere else, really. But to the Philippines alone, Austria is opening up 500 jobs. Can you imagine?
Mm.
Like any kind of jobs. Like I said, they could be from doctors, nurses, janitors, teachers, whatever. And from what it looks like, at the minimum, 100 to 100, between 100 and 120,000 pesos is your salary.
Right. That's good.
That's a lot. That's crazy. I don't know how much that is in pesos, but damn, yo.
Wait, can you say that again? 120,000
Pesos?
pesos? No, no, no. I'm not teasing your accent. Did you say pesos? Or is
No,
it dollars?
no, it's
Or
in pesos.
in pet?
Between 100 and 120,000 pesos.
So that's a lot of money.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm confused why you were saying you don't know how that translates to pesos. But you did say pesos. So that translates to 120 pesos. 120,000 pesos.
That's a month.
Right. Which is a good thing, right?
Exactly. I'm not mad about it. I'm simply saying that it's a good thing. It's amazing, actually. You know,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
like an opportunity for all these Filipinos to be making that much money. What kind of job can you get in the Philippines where you're making 100,000 pesos? Really? Even lawyers don't make that much a month. Well, the good lawyers and the big time lawyers, they do, but
Yeah. Well, if you work in the government, maybe.
yeah. I mean, that's like what, 2,200 something pesos?
Sabi nila may pera sa gobyerno.
Yeah.
Right. So biruin mo na lang, like all these OFWs has the opportunity to like apply, get your shit situated, and head over to Austria. You know, who knows what kind of contract you can get?
How
I
do
don't know
they
about
speak?
you. If I was in your position or somebody there in the Philippines, if I'm in the Philippines, I'd jump the gun. You know?
Does Austria speak English?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger speaks English, I guess.
Hello. We come to you. We come to pump you up.
I'll be back.
I'll, I'll be back. Yeah.
Does
But
Austria speak English?
I mean, that's 500. Now, that's the thing, though. Is 500 OFWs a lot? But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of OFWs that leaves the Philippines on a monthly basis.
While English is widely spoken in Austria, it has no official status there. Instead, official communications, signing, and so forth uses German, as that is the primary language of Austria.
Yeah, Germany. Germany is, you know.
Interesting.
Oh, but I just thought that it's a good opportunity for a lot of these Filipinos. It's another place that they can definitely go to and make a lot of money. I think that's the key there. It's actually a lot of money because as far as I know, all FWs don't make that much money as well in regards to on a monthly basis. 100,000 pesos is a lot of money. And I think on average, most OFWs make still between what, 50 to 70,000 pesos,
Mm-mm.
right? And it's crazy. I mean, it's a good opportunity. It adds to the national GDP as well. You know.
In here is
Also,
calling my attention because I'm putting my leg up like this. I'm like, "Eh, I'm on a new level of
I
comfort
mean,
on the podcast.
he is just stapling down his comfort level right now.
Right. Started off
Kulang
with
na lang
a
Yossi at saka beer.
I started off with a torn t-shirt. Now I'm putting my knee up on the chair.
Well, you did migrate to leaning back,
Ano yung
you know, like
kinakata mo na isang araw?
Oh, I don't want to lean too far back. Ano yan?
Ano yung kinakata mo na isang araw? While nakaganyan ka sa kainan?
Kinakanta ko dun sa isang araw sa kainan.
Inom mo
ano.
na. Ano yan?
Tama na yan, inuwa na. It could be a love song, you know.
Hold on,
Tama
I'm
na
gonna
yan,
be a little bit professional here.
inuwa na.
Hi.
What's
Hello?
this? You're getting a call?
Yeah, my wife's calling me. I don't know why she's calling me. I'm gonna do
When the
this
wife or
live
the
on the air.
partner calls, answer. Could be important.
I know.
Sorry, I forgot you're recording. Never mind.
Why are you calling me? What's going on? You're live on the air.
No.
You-
They're selling Disney Christmas decorations and pajamas
Disney
in Target.
Disney pajamas?
Yeah, and decorations in Target.
Like how much?
The pajamas are $20, but the decorations they have like trees, ornaments, everything.
Wow, we need to go back there then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Let's go. Are we ready?
So the other day, I was pissed off at Tin because she was calling me in the middle of my visit with my son, right?
Oh,
Aside from the fact that I'm visiting my son, it's my time with him. We were building a
that's a whole new level of professionalism right there.
O si,
We-
buti pa siya. O sinasagot niya yung tawag. O si.
We were built-
konti lang.
we were building a really complicated robot, right?
Hmm.
So naman calls me and says, by the way, the neighbor called the other day asking kung pwede daw yung garahe gamiting parking lot. Magkano kaya yung charge natin? I'm like, pwede
Well,
ba
that's
mamaya
an
na yan?
important call.
Yeah.
If it's about making money, that's an important call. You
Yeah,
take
ano to
that
eh.
call.
Iba. Iba utak nito eh. Pag nasa
Tap-
anak niya na, iba utak nito.
Tapos
Asahan
pag
mo.
walang pera, magko-complain ka.
Yeah, you're right. Tapos
you know?
aasahan ako.
Easy money. You take that phone call. Jesus Christ. Ano ba
Ako
yan?
na nga nagbebenta sa kanya sa market, tapos sa akin pa magagalit. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Ano ba?
Sa barangay ka magreklamo.
Hindi. Ina-explain
speaking
ko sa'yo,
of-
that's important. That's ano.
Okay, tapos na.
Paano kita tutulungan?
Narinig na niya. Kalma lang. Narinig na niya. Huwag kang
Yeah.
atakihin ka sa puso niyan eh. By the way,
Hindi kasi kung magalit siya kasi, grabing magalit sa akin. Na parang may mali akong ginawa na konting minuto lang hindi niya ako mapagbigyan pag nandun siya.
I don't know what to say.
Nakakainis.
I don't know what to say. Okay. Listen. Speaking of barangay running, by the way, so it was election a couple of days ago in the Philippines, right?
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
I was telling you my sister-in-law was running for Kagawad.
Are you running for Kagawad?
No, my sister-in-law. She lost.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah, she lost. I'm sorry. Sel, good luck na lang next time. Sana next time manalo ka. I don't even know what Kagawad is, but yeah, she lost. It's always the bummer if you lose an election.
Marami yatang kalaban.
Oo, ang sabi niya, yung mga kalaban niya, nagbibigay ng pera.
Ayun nga yung naging lusot ngayon eh. Bakit
Yeah.
nga napagbigyan?
So,
Mo, isipin mo delata, meron sa ilalim pera.
that's just,
God,
that's crazy.
500, 1,000, oh my God.
500? Magkano yun
Oo.
sa dollars? How much is that in dollars?
Like
Huh?
$10.
$10.
$10 a person?
Yeah.
Damn, that person must
Yeah.
be rich.
Yeah.
More or less.
Tapos
Maybe
yung
9.
ibang nanalo, kung sino
Hmm.
pa yung dating nakaupo, siya pang nanalo ulit.
Oh man, whatever.
Alam mo na, pera ng gobyerno yung ginamit para manalo ulit.
Grabe talaga. Anyway, but Sel, good luck next time. At least you have the experience of running, so it'll be better next time. Anyway, What else? What else? What else is going on?
Austria.
What
Is
about
it
it?
cold in Austria? It's like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
cold in
thinking
Austria. It snows like crazy over there.
what the weather is like there. Is it like France?
I don't know. I've never been to France.
There's a
I,
couple of other things that you sent me.
that's one of those places where I really don't mind not going to. Why is everybody so in love with Paris?
Paris kasi mas masarap.
Bakit?
Bakit?
I mean, honestly,
Nandun na,
like,
for me sa mga babae, nandun
Bakit?
kasi ang passion eh.
Fashion.
Yeah.
Emily in Paris fan here.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
then,
what it is. Maybe it's just me, just because I've never been. I mean, I'd still like to go once, but if I don't, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
You sent me another article. Looks interesting, but not as interesting as the second one. The first article that I'm looking at here is Overseas Filipino Workers, the Modern Day Heroes of the Philippines.
Correct.
You want to look into that? Because the one that's really I'm excited to talk about, I don't know if we have enough time for it now. The 25 countries where OFWs are not allowed to work.
Yeah. Can you believe? I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of. Did you even get a chance to look at the list
No, I
of
wanted
these
you to tell
25
me about it.
countries?
No.
It's mainly in Africa or the Middle East.
Mm,
Like number one place that OFWs are not allowed to work at is what? Afghanistan.
mm,
That for some reason, OFWs, they don't send them to, excuse me, to Afghanistan.
I see. I
Um,
see.
for what reason? Well, maybe it's because it's dangerous. I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Um, number two on the list is Somalia.
I can only guess now if something happens, we can't save you there, kind of thing.
That's true. That could be it. I mean,
Can't
again,
do
this is
anything
like
about
the
it.
the top
Like,
25 countries that we're just naming a few of them that OFWs, meaning overseas Filipino workers, are not allowed to work at.
like you're on your own.
Right. Type of thing. But I don't even
It's,
think, but what's that?
I googled the what you sent me, right? 25 countries
Yeah.
Filipinos are not allowed to work, and then just above it, 24 countries where Filipinos are not allowed to work. So it's like, what's that one country that this other guy missed? 24 countries banned from seeking employment according to the POEA. Anyway, but yeah, I'm assuming this is all about, not being able to help you there if shit hits the fan kind of thing.
Right, right. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of these are like Rwanda, Burundi, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Chechnya,
Mm.
South Sudan. I didn't even know there was a country called South Sudan.
Ukraine, Cuba, North Korea,
Ukraine,
obviously.
really? That's kind of interesting.
Countries not certified by the Department of Foreign Affairs.
Hmm.
Yeah. Palestine,
Cute.
not
North Korea,
allowed.
obviously.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe.
So what's the other one that you sent? Overseas Filipino workers, modern day heroes of the Philippines.
Yeah, there's this girl from I guess she's a student in Harvard or currently attending Harvard. I'm not sure, but she wrote an article to it
Yeah.
was published on the Harvard International Review, and the title of her article is OFW Modern Day Filipino Heroes. And the writer is Lorene Jamie Eugenio.
Mm.
And she basically just wrote about how OFWs being the modern day hero of the Philippines because of what they do what they sacrifice day in day out,
Right.
working overseas to make money for their family.
Yeah.
But
I
here's the
remember.
crazy thing:
Yeah, go ahead.
the craziest number that got to me. She in this article she talked about a lot of different sides of being an OFW: family at home, family overseas, the money they make, the number of OFWs in certain countries. But the biggest fact or number that really caught my eyes, just from the US alone in 2022,
Mm.
over $30 billion were sent or remitted to the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? That's a lot of freaking money that most countries have.
Yeah. If you look down even further down the line from that logic or what's happening, and this is not to discredit, the efforts of our OFW,
Right.
uh, brothers and sisters, countrymen. Yes, and I agree that they are heroes of the country, but I've also heard of criticism where it's like, isn't it a shame that we even have to have OFWs? I mean, the only reason why we have OFWs, we don't pay them enough here in the country, so that they have to go out.
Exactly. There was an article that I completely lost while reading this article. It popped up. I can't remember who. There was a hearing about a month ago in the Philippines in the Department of Labor. Why some of the world's most dedicated workers and established workers are Filipinos because the Philippines can't afford to pay them or don't pay them enough.
In other words, it's like, oh, yay, they're heroes. Yes, they are heroes. But why are we even encouraging people to go out? Why don't we support them here so that they can help us here?
Right. Right. I agree. I agree. What do you think could be done? Where does that stem from? I mean,
Pay
the
them more.
Philippines is not a poor country. It's not. It's poor because of certain situations that are, or handling of situations that happen within the country.
The laws, the taxes, the legislation, the government,
The corruption.
rules and regulation, whatevs. But
Right.
the point is, if we just get our shit together, there wouldn't be any reason for us to have to want to go out and leave.
Correct.
Nobody, like Filipinos aren't like, oh, I can't wait to be OFW and leave my family. It's like we're the most, family oriented culture. And because of the situation,
but it's also one of it's also one of the highest number of OFW or overseas workers in the country, in the world.
And can you imagine the juxtaposition of that situation? It's like we're number one. We're not like, oh, you're 18 now, go out and explore the world and be independent. No, we're like, come here, let's stick together as family.
Right.
Oh, but you need to take care of your family, so go be an OFW. That's so opposite. That's so opposite of that family value.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you're going out and being an OFW to financially support your family. Yes, that's one and the same thing. But at the same time, it's like we're not gonna go out and do that if we had other choices. There's a hospital here near us. It's one of the more expensive hospitals in the country. That they specifically said something like, we want to pay our nurses OFW wages here. It's like as high as how much that they would get outside of the country, because we want to get good nurses here
back home,
in this hospital.
But the problem there is that means they would have to charge more.
And they do.
But are they actually paying their nurses now? Because some nurses here makes $100,000 a year.
Is that
a lot
high?
Of nurses here make $100,000 a year.
Is that a lot?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I mean, that was, I don't know whether that's true or not. But that's one of the arguments. Parang why go out?
Because there's just no other options. That's the problem.
Exactly. So it's
they
actually
need to generate more options in the country and more opportunities.
Exactly. So this OFW situation, although it's great and all, it's just a symptom of really what's going on in the country. So it's kind of like para ka nasugatan and you had to wear a cast, or you needed to take some medicines or whatever it is that you needed to take so that you can heal. It's like, oh, yay, you're wearing a cast, or good job, you're taking insulin for your medication, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's not like, yes, the good job, but that's the solution from like the real problem, which is you have a broken leg.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
We're hoping that's a temporary solution. That's not something that we're hoping.
Is that ever going to change though? Really? I mean, unless businesses in the Philippines really open up and provide more employment and with higher wages. But with higher wages comes more taxes
But yun na nga. So the
and
nice thing
things to
about
get
that,
more expensive.
going back to the OFWs, the nice thing about that is that means that the Philippines, the Filipinos, we don't just sit around here and complain about it. Do something about it. So that's how we
That's
end up being OFWs.
well, that's also one of the problems as well because unfortunately, it's one of the drawbacks, but also one of the best draws of a Filipino characteristic is the fact that it's kind of like the lackadaisy attitude mentality. You know, I don't even know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
How is that lackadaisy?
Masyadong relax ang mga Pilipino eh. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that because honestly, I'm kind of jealous of it. But
Sorry,
I'm so used to the mentality of like, for example, I know a couple of Filipinos right now that I've talked to, like they lost their jobs. Okay, so nag-apply pero not. I don't. The effort is just not there.
I don't get the what makes you say that. We were just talking about the OFW situation, and then like they have to go out
Well, one of the
and
one of the
become
big things is like
OFWs.
why jobs aren't opening up as well is maybe some Filipinos are just not willing to work. If that makes sense.
Not
They
willing to
don't want
work
to do
here
the
in the
hard work.
Philippines, or not willing to work out there.
No, in the Philippines itself, because their
Oh,
brain is also functioning that I'm gonna make more
no.
money working somewhere else.
Yeah,
You know?
but I'm gonna have to disagree with you in a sense. Now, maybe that person's just lazy because he's already in the States. But if you look at Filipinos here in
Yeah.
the Philippines, like here in the Philippines, like face to face,
Hmm.
I mean, of course there are lazy bums and that feel privileged and entitled to get higher wages, but
Right.
I think it's safe to say that majority of Filipinos, even here in the Philippines, are hardworking. Baka naman that was just like a one-time experience with you where the guy that
Maybe.
was there in the
I mean, no,
States
I
was
mean
just
it's multiple experiences I've had here. Maybe it's just Filipinos here too, though. Because I do know, like, I have met quite a number of OFWs that came here, and then once they got here, I don't know, they just got lazy all of a sudden. Like I said, that one Filipino that I fired that worked for me because he used me. He was late all the time for one thing, and then he used the fact that we're Filipinos to just cover for him.
Filipino time.
I'm like, sige na, okay lang naman, wag mo na akong i-write up. Filipino naman tayo. We need to watch out for each other type of thing. Get the fuck out of here. You're fired. I mean, I didn't say it like that, but in my head, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what are you saying? I mean, I'm sorry, you kind of lost me with the whole lazy lackadaisy thing. What was your whole point about that?
my point, my whole point in regards to that is maybe one of the reasons some of the businesses in the Philippines, like maybe a lot of international businesses, don't open up there or provide more jobs, is because maybe the jobs are there, but some Filipinos are just too relaxed to look. Like they'll go out there, fill out a couple applications, and then just stay and hang out at home and wait. Nag-apply ako sa 5 trabaho pero wala pang tumatawag eh. But what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit there and wait? You see what I'm saying? Meron akong kaibigan dati. Ayaw ko lang kung nagtatrabaho na siya ngayon. Pero he went out, spent like 2 days applying at different places. Sabi niya, ganon. Walang nag-hire. I was like, okay, this was towards Christmas. And I'm like, parang imposibleng walang nag-hire. Alam mo ba lahat ng businesses hindi talaga nag-hire? Paano mo malalaman? Nag-a-apply ka ba online? Or pumunta ako, nag-apply ako ng almost 10 jobs. Nag-aantay na lang ako kung may tatawag. Gano'ng katagal ka mag-aantay?
Are you saying that's the reason why they decide to become OFWs?
No, maybe the jobs are there, is what I'm saying, in the Philippines. Maybe I'm not explaining myself right. I'm saying that there's probably jobs there, but not everybody wants to look. If that makes sense, Kasi parang imposible naman na sabihin na ayoko naririnig na hindi sila nag-hire ngayon dahil holiday, mga walang nag-iiwan ng trabaho. I'm like, no, wala
Karamihan
talaga
kasi sa
mag-iwan ng
mga
trabaho for the most.
Pilipino,
Ano na?
karamihan kasi sa mga Pilipino, umaasang, example, may naglalakad, kumbaga.
Ah,
Ganun.
A lot of it is yeah, maybe she's got a point to what she's about to say. And I think a lot of it is kung meron kang kakilala, if you know somebody in that industry or what, you have a stronger chance of getting in. So if you know someone that's an OFW, knows the way to be an OFW,
right.
mas malakas yung loob, you have a stronger chance or a
To get
more
in.
more
Mm.
confidence to do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, I think, it's kind of what I wanted to say, basically, even without Tin's input on it. Like, I think a lot of it is maybe the person doesn't want to apply in these jobs or what, maybe because that person doesn't think that he's qualified, doesn't think that it's worth the effort.
Ang
You know, a
mali
lot
nga
of like, there could be a lot of psychological
Ang
things
mali-
Yeah,
going on
that's
in the
true.
background.
Ang
I
mali
guess
nga
ang
sa kanila
ang
is asa
mentality.
ng
Oh, sorry.
asa.
Anong asa? What do you mean asa?
Like, hindi sila maghahanap kasi alam nilang may backer sila. Yung nakaasa dun sa taong
I mean,
gumagawa.
meron sigurong ganun, but I think majority naman is safe to say that, you know, hardworking and loyal Filipinos are hardworking and loyal.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
that's not even just me saying that. These are the employers that are
Right.
hiring them that are attesting to that.
Yeah. No. That I agree with that 110%. But unfortunately, I've had the experience of meeting some other Filipinos that are just, like the one that I had to let go, unfortunately, and it sucks. You know, he
Yeah.
for a fact that guy was an OFW before. I don't know how he changed his status when he got here, but he was an OFW when he first came here. You know what I mean?
And then he changed status?
Yeah. He
To
changed
to what?
status to a resident alien. He was able to apply for
Oh.
a green card eventually and whatnot. I don't know how. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. And then he works here as a regular. I think he's actually a citizen now. You know.
So that's another thing with applying for work. Let's say you are applying for work here, you don't know a lot of people in that industry, or you don't know how to get in.
Mm.
And then you kind of feel like you're not qualified. A lot of that also is just, just a lot of psychological issues that could be going on, because like work here, in my opinion, it's not like where you apply for a job there and they kind of look at you like objectively like a number, like they just look if you're qualified and then you're hired. A lot of it is like, hindi na lang ako mag-apply, or I won't apply because I don't know anyone. I don't have a backer to get me into this office.
Ah.
A lot of that is like you walk into a government office around here. It's like this person knows that because of his uncle or tita or kapitbahay or whatever. There's always some kind of connection somewhere. It's never like just walk in from Adam and Eve. You don't know each other from Adam and Eve. Like, yes, there are chances that you can do that, maybe
I
in a
think
call center.
I see what you're saying. It's easier to get something done when there's some kind of connection.
And then it's more difficult to want to apply in that job when you don't know anyone there, and you're like, wag na lang, because all of these people have a relative already, nepotism, a lot of.
Yeah, but that's a horrible reason, though. You're not gonna apply for a job just because you don't know anybody there, really?
Not saying it's a good reason. I'm just saying that could be one of the reasons.
That's
and then
true.
so I have a better chance applying as an OFW in another country, because this agency is going to back me up and help me, and they don't really care if I have a tita neighbor that lives in that country. They're looking for my skills.
Right.
So I would apply in a place where they respect me, or they would hire me for my skills, not because kilala ko to.
No, I know what you're saying, because I think I get what you're saying. It really helps that you have some kind of connection and whatnot in the inside, because I know I took advantage of it at one point years ago when I wasn't a citizen yet. This was years and years and years ago. I had to renew my Philippine passport, right? But it just turns out that it would have taken months to set up an appointment, go inside the Philippine embassy, renew my passport, yada yada yada. But it actually turns out that my one of my friends from back then, his mom was working at the Philippine embassy. I just paid a certain amount of fee. I got it done in like an hour. You know, again through connection. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a good thing.
So I think the word is such a long drawn out explanation. Siguro what I'm saying is parang nakakatamad lang or nakakahinayang lang knowing that you're going up against other applicants that have that kind of connection already and you're like, screw it. I have a better chance applying as an OFW.
Yeah, yeah. Well, plus also it's the number one reasoning why people do it. It's the pay.
Yeah. Yun nga. So it's like, why am I going to work here if I can get like 10 times the amount if I can work there? I don't have a
It's
city
funny that
wanted to say something.
it's so funny that you completely just went on this rant about it from your perspective in regards to that because there was an article, like I said, there was a meeting, I think in the Department of Labor in the Philippines about a week ago, where they're telling the government the exact same thing. There's so many OFWs overseas that are so talented and skilled and whatnot. Why can't we keep them here and just pay them more here? You know,
That's what I was talking about a while
exactly.
ago.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna find that article. I'm gonna send it to you because it was I watched the whole thing. It wasn't actually an article. It was like a news clip.
There's another way to think about it is, Filipinos, I think, have enough self-respect for themselves, knowing that they're worth this much. Or like that taxi driver, it's like, are you going to feed my family? If you're not going to feed
Right.
my family, shut the fuck up. So
Exactly.
so yes, I want to be patriotic and yes, I want to help my country, but I want to feed my family first.
Right. No.
Family
No.
comes
Yeah.
first, country comes second.
Mm.
And I mean, it's not because it's not a matter of principle. It's just a matter of I don't want my kids to be hungry or I don't want them to die.
Mm.
So yun, wala. So in other words, they're left with no choice. It's not because, oh, we want to be heroes of the country. No.
Yeah.
We and thank you for recognizing OFWs, yes, but at the same time, it's like again, it's a symptom of a bigger problem at home. Sorry,
Well,
Tin, you were saying something?
hopefully one day they're able to actually just maintain and keep the.
I wouldn't hold my breath. It's part of the
That's
culture already.
yeah. Anyway, I think we're done for the day.
May pahabol daw tong
May
isa.
pahabol ako. Bakit may mga Pilipinong, kunyari may
Louder on the mic, please. On the mic, please.
Hello? Ayan. Bakit may mga Pilipinong ginagamit naman ang posisyon nila? Example, walang trabaho, 'di ba? Tapos gagamitin nila yung posisyon nila as a boss Pilipino here in the Philippines. Ginagamit nila yung like, oh, makipag-date ka muna sa akin, tapos ipapasok kita sa kumpanya.
You're saying that happens a lot over there?
Yeah, nagawa kasi sa akin yan, before.
Really?
My God. Parang ginagamit, like, maganda ka, gagawin kitang
Yeah,
ano.
gagamitin yung
Yeah.
position mo just to position
Yeah.
nila just to get your job.
Yeah.
I'm sure it happens all everywhere. I mean, pero alam ko that's one of the biggest things as well in I'm not gonna name the country in Asia actually, but it's somewhere in Asia besides the Philippines where it's an ongoing issue where sexual favors are being used and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-mm.
You know. Pero hopefully may bago din and whatnot. But like Noel said, I don't know if maybe it's gonna happen, maybe just not in our lifetime.
Yun. But the brighter side of the whole general situation, I guess, is we just try to make lemonade out of lemon or calamansi
Lemonade.
juice out of calamansi.
Ang nakakaano pa nga doon is, may asawa at anak ka. Parang hindi kita kilala. Parang ganon. My God.
Well, that happens more often than you think, with all honesty. You know.
Yeah. Yun.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we are done for the day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sana nag-enjoy kayo. Hopefully you guys actually enjoyed and listened to this. And our next recording is this Sunday. Time change. It's going to be 7 a.m. US time, 7 p.m. Philippine time.
Right on.
This Sunday. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Check us out on TikTok every Wednesdays and Sundays. Go to youtube.com at the flip side with Jay&Noel. Please like, subscribe, help us out. That would be great.
Subscribe.
Again, this is the what this is the flip side with Jay&Noel. My name is Jay.
Name's Noel.
We'll catch you guys later.
On the flip side.
Bye. Bye. Hey, TikTok.